In this video, I'll show you what I've learned so far since I started refurbishing screens. So first of all, I used to use this cutting wire, which is a 0.11 cutting wire. After doing my research, I realized that this wire is too thick for screen refurbishing, even though it's been working for me. But I noticed that using a 0.04 millimeters cutting wire should be better for screen refurbishing. Also, I had to get a 0.035 millimeters cutting wire, which might be good to start an insertion on the screen. So I'll try that all in this video. So as usual, I have my LCD separator set at 110 degrees Celsius. So to start an incision, I like to start right here. I'll apply some alcohol just to make sure it's clean. That way I can see where I'm inserting my cutting wire. I'm not sure if you can see it there, but I want to make sure I'm close to the glass when I start inserting my cutting wire. So I'll place it on my LCD separator and turn on the vacuum. And while I have it on, I'll apply more alcohol. And grab my 0.035 cutting wire and look to insert close to the glass. I use the 0.35 just to start the incision. And if it snaps, I'll switch to the 0.04 millimeters cutting wire. I'll apply some more alcohol. So now it's in, I'll keep cutting. Going gently side to side so it's snapped. Now I'll grab the 0.04 millimeters cutting wire and continue cutting through the glass. Cutting through the glass doesn't normally take too long. Throughout my experience, it's probably taken me about max 15 minutes. So based on time and cost, I think this repair is worth it. The wire snapped again. So far this might be the only downside when it comes to using a thinner cotton wire. It snaps a lot, or my technique is not really good. You guys can let me know in the comments if there's something I need to improve on. Maybe there's a reason why it's snapping so much because I'm doing something wrong. So this is getting ridiculous. It's cutting every single time. Maybe I'll start incisions with the thinner cotton wires and go back to my 0.11 millimeters cotton wire. Since this one doesn't snap as much, and I've already started an incision, so it should be better. When it comes to repairing anything, I believe everyone has their technique. If you have the right technique, repairing anything can be as easy as possible. So I'm sure I'll keep learning new techniques as I go. We're almost there, almost done. I hope it doesn't get off. It sticks through all the way. Because I'm so close right now. Right there, right here, speaker mesh. think I should apply some alcohol here. It helps it. Okay, the glass is kind of off now. I need to still get this top part out. Just gently wiggle. Hopefully I don't damage anything. I have to figure out how to take this part out. Okay, that's out. It looks pretty good. Take this to the side. And right away, I'll just test it real quick just to make sure the display still works. The touch function. So connect it to the phone. I know there are tools people use to test screens. I don't have those. Not sure if it's worth it. I go old school, just testing it the regular way. If any of you guys have those tools and you think it's worth it, let me know in the comments below. So now I'm turning on the screen. Turns on, which is always a good sign. Okay, I just need to test if the touch function works, if the display looks good. Yeah, so far you can see the display looks good. Yeah, and display the touch. Get my glove off. Okay, touch looks good so far. That still works. That looks good. Okay, just because of the glue, that's why it's leaving my finger. So maybe after I clean the glue, it'll respond better. Okay, looks good to me so far. I'll clean out the glue, then I'll test it again. So now to take off the glue, I'll use a glue remover tool. I like to also place it on the heat plate a little bit, just to warm it up and soften it a little bit. So like I said, there's always a technique to everything. I always recommend people find a technique that works best for them. I'll just keep going till I get all the glue off. And I'll be using an LCD ochre remover, which is kind of like rubbing alcohol. That helps clean out the glue. And I'll finally clean the screen with 99% rubbing alcohol. That's a technique that's worked for me so far. As I continue with screen refurbishing, I'll find other techniques that work better. That's the whole point of learning. You always keep learning and finding new ways to do things better and more efficient. Okay, now I think that's clean enough. Time to apply the LCD ochre remover on it and clean it. So right here I put in the LCD ochre remover in this. So with a cloth I'll be using the LCD ochre remover. Now you can see how it cleans the screen, taking out the glue. So it's almost clean. You can see, feel a lot better. Most of the glue's out. And finally, I'll use my 99% rubbing alcohol to clean it. Do a final clean. Now you can see how much cleaner it looks. Trying to make sure there's no dust left on the screen. Looks pretty good so far. My final clean, I'll use a clean cloth. So now it's time to laminate the new glass on. But for those who remember my previous videos, after I put the glass on and put it in the laminate machine, I wasn't getting the best results that I was expecting. So I did a quick research and realized there's a chance I might get a better lamination if I put the new glass in a heat plate set at 45 degrees Celsius for about 1 minute before installing it. That should help laminate it better. So I'll try and see if that works. I'll do a final clean real quick with rubbing alcohol and a clean cloth. So it's been 1 minute, I'll take it off. Screen doesn't look really clean enough for me yet. So I'll test it one more time. Now it's clean, just to make sure everything still works before I laminate it. So we can see, works perfect. Display looks good, touch looks good. Okay, it looks pretty good. I'll try to laminate it real quick. Now the screen looks good enough. I'm going to look to put the glass on it. I'm going to take out the protective film. And then now I'll manually align it with my fingers. Let's take some technique. That looks pretty good. Now put in the laminate machine. Hopefully I get a better result than last time. Start it right now. Okay, so it's all done. I'll take it out. That kind of looks better than before. Not perfect, but yeah. It's a lot better though. So now I'll try to put it in the debubble machine to take out all the bubbles. I'll put my screen in. I set a timer for about 25 minutes, which has been working for me so far. Over time, I might reduce it or increase it. All depends on how it works for me. This machine is pretty loud, so I'll start it real quick. So I lifted it up because it's pretty loud. So now the timer started counting down. I'll come back once it gets to 0. So the timer just went off. Now we can see it looks really good. Oh, the top here. Not sure why the top still has some bubble. I'll have to put it in one more time. Maybe increase the pressure. Try again. Increase the pressure. See if that helps. Okay, same thing. I'll come back once the timer stops. So now the timer is off. I'll check it again. Hopefully it looks a lot better this time. Okay, looks pretty good. Not sure if there's a little one down here, but it's pretty hard to see. It looks really good. You can tell. So finally, I'll put in the UV light. This might help stop the bubbles from coming back. As in my previous videos, the bubble came back after some time. Set it for about 2 minutes. So we'll see when we come back. So now the timer went off. Take it out. Okay, it looks pretty good. Hopefully the bubble doesn't come back. I see that. Looks good. I'll have to leave it for a while to see if the bubble comes back. Hopefully it doesn't. So now I'll test the screen just to see the display and touch still works. I'll turn it on. Display looks good. I'll test the touch. I'll drag this app right here all the way. See, it still stays to my finger. That shows the touch still works. Looks pretty good to me. If you'd like to see more videos like this, check the video on the right. And for my phone refurbishing journey, check the playlist on the left. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.